Good morning and welcome to the lecture. Today we are going to study about Lindblom's incremental model. So already we studied rational policy making approach, and as a criticism against a rational policy approach, we also covered uh, bounded rationality model by Herbert Simon. Okay, so uh, this Lindblom's incremental model is actually the total rejection of these two policies, these two models. Okay, and uh, instead he bring this model, the incremental model for policy making. So uh, we are moving to the slides. Okay, Charles Lindblom is one of the most notable and outstanding contributors to the development of the policy approach. He's a very eminent thinker in the policy approach. His views and ideas on public policy, which were published in the articles and books, altered the focus of policy analysis. His article on the science of muddling through in 1959 is a classic text in the literature of policy studies. So, as a critic against the existing approaches, the rational approaches, Charles Lindblom uh, put forward his theory of incremental model, his incremental theory. So, it was through his famous work, Science of Muddling Through, in 1959. So, after the publication of this work, uh, his thoughts, his views on public policy, especially the incremental model, has been um, given a very well attention from all sides, particularly in the field of public policy studies. So Lindblom's argument draws strongly on his famous muddling through concept, conception, which emphasizes that science should play only a minor supporting role instead of assertion on the scientific planning. Lindblom's is for incrementalism in policymaking. So the main argument was he was totally against the uh, unnecessary use of science in the comparison or the analysis part of public policy making. So in the rational policy making, the thinker says that we should analyze every options, every alternative policies, important possible alternatives, etc., through very scientific way. So they used science as a part of analysis. But Lindblom's totally reject this the part of science in the analysis. So he says that it is only just a complicated one. It is just a complicated exercise. Okay, so that is why he used the phrase muddling through. Uh, so his article um, was a very classic work on this aspect. So that is why he added a new model to the public policy making, that is incremental model. So we are it is that is the incremental model is totally against the um, models which is discussed in the rational or bounded rationality model. So it is totally as a came as a critic against the existing rationalist models in public policy making. Okay, so we can move to the details of incrementalist model. Okay, the main argument of Charles Lindblom is that in his classical articles, The Science of Muddling Through, which appeared in Public Administration Review in 1959, argued that actually people make decisions. People means the decision makers or the policy makers. Okay, So the decision makers or the policy makers make decisions in relatively small increments rather than big leaps. Since then, Lindbaum's ideas have evolved beyond his original argument. The description of process policy making known as incrementalism is a model of how policy decisions are made. So, okay, it is his main argument is generally people make decisions in relatively small increments rather than in big leaps. അതായത് ഇപ്പം ഒരു പോളിസി മേക്കിങ്ങിന്റെ ഏറ്റവും അതിന്റെ ഒരു ക്രക്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു പോളിസി മേക്കിങ്ങിൽ എപ്പോഴും പോളിസി മേക്കേഴ്സ് ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുന്നത് നിലനിൽക്കുന്ന പോളിസിയിൽ വരുത്താവുന്ന ചെറിയൊരു അഡിഷനാണ്, ചെറിയൊരു ചേഞ്ചസിലൂടെ അതിനെ ഒരു പുതിയ നയമായി മാറ്റിയെടുക്കുക, പുതിയൊരു പോളിസി, പുതിയൊരു ഡിസിഷനായി മാറ്റിയെടുക്കുക. ഇൻസ്റ്റഡ് അവിടെ ഒരു വലിയ ഒരു വിപ്ലവകരമായ ഒരു പെട്ടെന്നൊരു തീരുമാനം എടുക്കുക എന്ന് പറയുന്നതല്ല ഉള്ളത്. അപ്പൊ ഈ പറയുന്ന പോലെ റാഷണൽ ആയിട്ട് കുറെ ഓൾട്ടർനേറ്റീവ്സ് എടുത്ത് വെച്ചിട്ട് വളരെ ബെസ്റ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു പോളിസിയിലേക്ക് പോകുന്നു എന്ന് പറയുന്ന സിദ്ധാന്തത്തെ അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഒരിക്കലും അംഗീകരിക്കാൻ കഴിയുന്നില്ല. അദ്ദേഹം പറയുന്നത് പോളിസി എപ്പോഴും എടുക്കപ്പെടുന്നത് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആ ഒരു തീരുമാനം എടുക്കപ്പെടുന്നത് എപ്പോഴും ഒട്ടേറെ ഒരു നിലനിൽക്കുന്ന പോളിസിയിൽ നിന്ന് ചെറിയ ചേഞ്ചസ് വരുത്തി, ചെറിയ ഇൻക്രിമെന്റൽ മാത്രം ചേഞ്ചസ് വരുത്തിയിട്ട് പുതിയൊരു പോളിസി ഉണ്ടാവുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് പോസിബിൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള രീതി എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. സോ ഹി സേസ് പീപ്പിൾ ജനറലി മേക്സ് ഡിസിഷൻ relatively small increments rather than big leaps in actually they are not going to make a drastically or a very larger quantity of data analysis is not happening there. They are not it is not a possible way, it is not a possible action for running behind a big problem. Rather, it is very easy that take the decisions actually what is happening there. So the government is tries to make decisions as an addition to the existing decision or existing policy or existing project. So for example, in a city there is a need of uh, uh, there is need of a flyover. So to a new project, they need to um, evacuate a number of uh, uh, um, settlements in there. So it is a very big challenge to the government. But whereas when government is trying to uh, make some alteration in some projects, it is okay. It is very easy, comparatively very easy for them, and it is very practical. So that kind of an additional decisions, additional changes in the existing policy, project, or decisions is very possible. That is actually incremental model. That is actually incremental decision taking model. Okay. So, in criticizing the rational model as advocated by Simon and others, Lindblom rejected the idea that decision making was essentially something which was about defining goals, selecting alternatives, and comparing alternatives. That is a way of thinking by the rationalist models. Okay, so here Lindblom wanted to show that rational decision making was simply not workable for complex policy questions. So that kind of rational policy making is not possible or not adequately giving any effective changes because very complex situations, very complex issues in the society are not um, uh, to be solved through the rational policy making model. So it is not workable. To Lindblom, the major issues uh, or challenges to the decision making are constraints to time, intelligence, cost, and politics. So these are the main factors that prevent policymakers to identify societal goals and their consequences. And he drew briefly the distinction in terms of comprehensive or rote rationality and his own successive limited comparison. So he here gives two kind of policy making models. First one is root method. The second one is branch method. So in the root method, it is a very comprehensive policy making method. Is starting from the ground and trying to uh, identify every possible alternatives, every possible objectives, important values, important factors are identified and um, experimented, and finally they will arrive at a very best policy or very best decision. So that is the way of rational decision making. But Lindblom says that there is only a need of branch method, because uh, actually what is the situation, what is the problem. So the decision makers first find the actual problem, and then uh, tries to find the immediate data related to the problem and make a decision. So it is the decision is coming uh, out of an environment where the already existing decisions are there, and there is some additional additions are made to that existing decisions. That is actually happening. There is a branch method only, um, giving importance to the uh, actual issues related to that problem. So Lindblom calls the rational comprehensive method of decision making the root method, because the decision process starts from the root of the issue. That is the rational approach. On the other hand, the successive method, that means his model of decision making, is called the branch method, that is otherwise called as incremental approach, because it uses and builds on what is already known without relying on reanalyzing everything about, not go before behind the reanalyzing process of every issues. And and incremental approach allows the decision maker to make fair number of shortcuts. So it is possible to make shortcuts for taking decisions, and it is a very easy task for making decisions because of why by using branch method or incremental model. That is the point by Lindblom's. Okay. Here you can see a comparative picture of both models. So first one is root methods, or the rational comprehensive method as said by the rationalist thinkers, and another one is the branch method or the successive method given by Charles Lindblom. That is the actually incremental method. So that is the incremental method. The first is the former is the root method, and the later is the uh, branch method. Okay, here for the in the root method we can see that um, the first step, clarification of the issues are here. The clarification of values or objectives distinct from and usually prerequisite to empirical analysis of alternative policy. Policy formulation is therefore approached through means ends analysis. First, the ends are isolated, then the means to achieve them are sought. The test of a good policy is that it can be shown to be the most appropriate means to describe desired ends. And analysis is comprehensive. Every important relevant factor is taken into account. There is often heavily relied upon. Okay, here clarification of values or objectives are distinct from and usually. So in rational method, every objectives or every values should be every values are distinct from each other, and so there are different kinds of values objectives are listing out by the rationalist thinkers. And so these all these values or objectives are distinct from each other. So there is a very drastically very comprehensive analysis is needed there, and policy formulation is approached through means and ends analysis. So first the ends are isolated, then the means to achieve them are sought, and the test of a good policy is that it can be shown to be the most. So the very best policy or the very good policy is that it can be the most appropriate, by the way of a most appropriate way and to a decidence. That is actually considered as a very good policy, and analysis is very comprehensive, and a very important relevant factor is taken into account, and theory, and so the theory is also heavily relied upon. And whereas the Lindblom's incremental model or the branch method says that selection of values, goals, and empirical analysis of the needed action are not distinct from each other. distinct from one another because they are already connected and closely related. And since the ends and means are not distinct, so analysis is not a problem and sometimes not needed or sometimes limited. And test of good policy is typically that various analysts find themselves directly agreeing on a policy without they are agreeing that it is the most appropriate means to an agreed objective. And fourth one is analysis is drastically limited. Important possible outcomes are neglected. So no the need of every possible outcomes, no the need of every alternative potential policies, or not the need of important affected values or neglected. No issues are there, and succession of comparison greatly reduces or eliminates reliance on the theory. So no need of a um, uh, dependence. They do not depend on uh, theories because it is very lesser comparison is there while considering the comprehensive method or rational method. Very less comparison is there, so they compare very limited options, very limited issues are there, and so now go before the drastical analysis and good policy and various analysis. So that's a very simple process is there, and that is a so I succession of comparison greatly reduces or limits reliance on theory. I have no need of a, they are not um, there is no requirement to rely upon theories also. So that is a branch method or successive method or incremental model. Okay, when comparing these two models. Okay. Lindblom's aim was to challenge rational comprehensive method or rote method by pointing out that there was a method in the apparent irrationalism of muddling through. Furthermore, Lindblom wanted to show how the rational decision making was simply not workable for complex policy questions. That is the main target behind his uh, model. And the incremental approach, that means the branch method of decision making, involves a process of continually building out from the current situation step by step and by small degrees. And in contrast, the rote approach as forward by the policy analyst was to start from the fundamentals anew each time, building on the past only as experience embodied in a theory, and always prepared to start from the ground up, where it's a very drastical method. But whereas it's a in the incremental model, it is a step by step process, and a very small degree changes is needed there. Okay. According to Lindblom, constraints of time, intelligence, and cost prevent policymakers from identifying the full range of policy alternatives and their consequences. So, his main, the major challenges to the policy making process is mainly constraints of time, intelligence, and cost, and sometimes politics are the major issues in the policy making process. That is a point by Lindblom, and he proposes that successive limited comparison is both more relevant and more realistic in such a condition of boundary rationality. But he also says that even boundary rationality model, um, uh, when considering the bounded rationality theory, human being is uh, limited. Human beings' rationality is limited, so limited comparison is there. So it's also a reality. And Simon problem, Lindblom's answer is that we do not need to search out new techniques. So there is no need of new techniques. We need to be more appreciative of the benefits of non-comprehensive analysis. So the only easy task is just leave the comprehensive methods, that means the rational methods there, and we can depend upon what is very little small scale incremental changes in the policy, the existing policy. There is a possible way, so we don't go behind the comprehensive analysis. So that is a major technique and no need of another techniques as said by um, Herbert Simon. So here his statement is given here. In the method of successive limited comparison, simplification is systematically achieved in two principles way. First is It is achieved through limitation of policy comparison to those policies that differ in relatively small degrees from policies presently in effect. Such a limitation immediately reduces the number of alternatives to be investigated and drastically simplifies the character of the investigation of each. The second method of simplification of analysis is the practice of ignoring important possible consequences of possible policies as well as the values attached to the neglected consequences. So what we studied to these slides is uh, um, the points, the theory, the issue is given in the uh, given here in the quotation mark. It is his own statement, and that is Lindblom's own statement regarding this incremental model, and don't be confused about this statement. Okay. Features of the incremental decision making. So the following are the characteristics and the characterize the decision making in terms of modeling through. So first, it proceeds through a succession of incremental changes. Policymakers accept the legitimacy of existing policies because of the uncertainty about the consequence of new or different policies. So when government decided to bring a policy, they normally tries to make changes in the existing policy, and to make a new policy or different policy is very well challenge to them. So um, it is very easy task. And second, it involves mutual adjustment and negotiation. The test of a good decision is agreement rather than goal achievement. Agreement is arrived easier in policy making when it is an agreement rather than goal achievement, and agreement is arrived at easier in policy making when the item in disputes increases decreases in budgets. So some kind of decreases or increases in the budget or modification in the existing program. Thus, incrementally is significant reducing political tension and maintaining stability. So there is no need of political tension, and it also maintaining a stability in the political system. And thirdly, incremental approach involves trial and error method. It is superior to a futile attempt at superhuman comprehensiveness. Human beings rarely act to maximize all their values. On the contrary, they act to satisfy particular demands. They seldom search for the one best way, but instead search to find a way that will work. This search usually begins with the familiar, that with policy options close to contemporary policies. So incrementalism is thus more satisfactorily from a theoretical point of view, as it scores high on criteria like coherence and simplicity. Okay, thank you. The second part of incremental model we will discuss in the next class.